Hello. Can you hear me?
And we're back. Welcome back to the show. Well, my earphone just fell out. But welcome back to the show. And welcome back to HCW Show Squared. The show where we take the usual format of the now defunct HCW show. Go check out WrestleMania review. That went out yesterday. And we expand it to the power of, you guessed it, 2. I'm your host, as always, Dan, DP, or as we all say nowadays, DPZ. Yeah. And as always, I'm not alone in this venture. I am not alone on this show. If you wondered who's joined me, well, we've seen those shows, you know who it is. It is Mr. Impact Craig. How you doing?
Hello, you know me. It's that M-I-C. Fresh off Stand and Deliver, the XT out to Stand and Deliver. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk NXT.
Let's complete some stories.
Yeah.
So,
I like it.
this is for NXT on the 9th of April. Things kick off with a single camera shot running through backstage. It's just so much better. But who's here first, of course? Well, you got a choice. It could be a new champion. It could be the winner of the main event. It could be the same champion who retained. It could be
who?
Well, it's Roxanne Perez. Roxanne comes out. She can't get any words out being booed, and then also makes a chance with "You Deserve It," which she then shuts down. This is basically just a targeted promo about her win and her chatting shit about Lyra and her arm. She claims that she'll never lose the title, and take the title to Raw or SmackDown because she's eligible in the draft, which is at the end of the month, end of April. Here comes Lyra, almost on cue. She's in the cast. Her arm is literally like held up there, and she wants her title match tonight, despite her arm being in a cast. Roxanne confirms, "Are you sure? Because your arm is in a cast." Then suddenly, out comes Tatum Baxley from the little barrier crowd area. She's like, "Lyra, are you sure? Your arm's in a cast." And Lyra's like, "I know my arm's in a cast. I'm fine." And then Tatum's like, "Are you sure though?" And then she just grabs Lyra and throws her into the steel steps. We're starting off strong. So she grabs Lyra and says like, "Well, you're not anymore." I'm assuming she means champion. Or fine. But yeah, so then that happens, and then some refs and security come in, break it all up and shit. Then that's it. Roxanne then just declares that there will be no title match tonight. But here comes someone. It's Bret Hart. Nope, sorry, it's Natalya. Sorry. Natalia's here to throw her stake into the ring. Roxanne backs out of the match with her, but then suddenly here comes the most underdressed general manager maybe in the history of wrestling, with her own theme song now. It's Ava. It's the little Ava I like going off. She confirms that there will be an NXT Women's title match tonight between Roxanne and Natalya. So, should be good.
Yeah. To be fair, it was a pretty good segment. I can't ignore that. I mean, when Tatum threw Lyra into the steps, I actually went, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
I and I really, I don't know why. I don't know why I like it so much, but and if Tatum was referring to the the fact that Lyra's no longer champion,
Yeah.
and she's not anymore, like, and now she's not interested in being in a team with it or being obsessed with it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I I I found it really good. I don't know why I liked it so much.
Yeah.
I think it it makes sense in a way that it seemed that Tatum was seemingly only ever interested in being champion,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it felt good. And Natalia, I mean, we obviously called it a couple of weeks ago that should be a challenger for Roxy,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah,
And
like
our predictions come to fruition.
ooh, yeah, I rated that segment. It's like, I mean, I'm guessing, obviously Ilya's, or should get more into Ilya in a bit, but I'm guessing Ilya and Roxanne being eligible for the draft. I'm assuming after spring breaking, that's when they'll be off
Yes. It
if
would
they get
seem that
drafted.
way. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a shame.
they should get drafted. Yeah, it'll be. That's if they get drafted, but I'm assuming they will be if they're eligible.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that. I mean, again, we'll get into it, but Roxanne mentioned the draft, which is why I think she might not get drafted. Whereas I think Ilya might be, because we'll get into it, but he don't mention the draft.
Yeah, no, I can. Yeah, I can see the logic in that. Yeah,
Obviously,
it's
for both of their careers, I hope they get it, because Ilya has been
yeah,
non-deserved for a while now. And
yeah.
Roxanne, has built her stock already. She doesn't really need the title, to be honest with you.
No, and
I
so
mean,
they both look
it's
good. They both look good on Raw.
yeah, and it's already TV time on main roster. So
Yeah,
why not Roxy
I
time?
can. They both did great on Raw as well.
Yeah, put her on Raw, Tiffany on SmackDown, Survivor
Yeah,
Series,
I'm here for it.
Team Roxy, Team Tiff.
Oh,
But yeah, so we move on to an interview with Nathan Frazier and Axiom, where it's revealed that they're going to get another shot at the tag titles. Don't know why. Basically, they were like, "We were so close. We know we're so close. Never slow down." And yada yada. And then they begged to Ava. It's like, "Ava, give us another title. Give us another chance, please, 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 please." And then they just annoy her into giving it,
yeah.
which I
If
get
it
it.
works, it works.
Yeah, I get it. It's like Shawn Michaels, like getting to the shot at Taker at Mania. Like
Yeah.
he's begging to get that second shot after losing 25, then to go to 26.
Yeah.
But I did see the
Take
point
shoot your
in
shot.
this. Like they won, they lost already. It was clean. There was no controversy in that. There was, to me, there's no grounds for a rematch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. To be fair, but
If Frazier and Axiom
it,
had won at the PLE, and then the Waters were like, "No, we want our rematch," then fair enough. But they retained at the PLE, so
yeah. I mean, shoot your shot. I suppose.
yeah. Anyway, we move on to a vignette earlier tonight with Chase U. Kalani Jordan is awarded an honorary degree with Chase U, and Fallon Henley's there too, and she's about to get one. But Jason Jane comes in with Izzy Dame with Jasmine Nix, sorry, who is out of a cast now, so she's healed from her arm injury. She reveals that Andre Chase placed a huge wager on Thea Hale winning the NXT Women's title back in July, when I think she fought Tiffany, I think it was.
Yeah.
And when he threw in the towel, which is why the university was in debt because of the money that he put on Thea. I don't know. I did some point in this. I think we're revisiting stuff we don't need to revisit. I don't want to go too all in on this, but like, I don't know. It's just I don't know. This must have been a bit of a scapegoat to me. It's just like finding an excuse to cram it in and just I don't. I mean, it creates conflict, I guess. But
Yeah,
overall, if I was Thea,
yeah,
I wouldn't be too angry at this because it shows that Chase has faith in me.
yeah. I don't get why she stormed out. Like, uh, and I don't, I really don't because I mean, she's technically not a fault then.
Yeah,
Like,
because also he's the one who threw in
like,
the towel, not her.
yeah. So uh, yeah, it wasn't the best of segments, but
Yeah,
it 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 progresses the feud a little bit more, I suppose, because they're gonna have to do JC versus Thea. They're gonna have to.
yeah. Although saying that, I do like the aspect of her Thea being like a guard dog. Like as soon as JC enters the room, she's like, I did like that.
Yeah, yeah. She wanted to throttle her.
Yeah. Um, but no, speaking of future stuff and future prospects and stuff, we have the future of women's wrestling in the ring, Kiana James. Um, I genuinely believe that she is really good at her role.
Yeah,
Kiana James and Izzy Dame take on the team of Fallon Henley and Kalani Jordan. So it's coming, or it isn't, because Kiana and Izzy win following the 4-1 on Fallon, following Fallon taking the hit for Kalani on a big boot from Izzy. I rated it 3 stars. This is the first match of the night. It was a good match. It wasn't particularly standout. You had your heels taking charge, baby faces with the comeback, and ultimately the heels pick up the win.
yeah,
It was a good match to sit and watch, but not necessarily anything of note outside of the ending because Fallon taking a hit for Kalani, which goes against what I thought was going to happen because I honestly thought Fallon was turning here.
yeah,
Not necessarily joining Kiana or anything because that wouldn't suit her, but just turning heel on Kalani. So I don't know if that'll play into anything going forward. We'll have to wait and see. But ultimately, it was a good match. That's it for me.
yeah. It it was a good match. I was, and I can't believe I was surprised by it being a good match. It's like it felt like they had a bit of time as well, which is something the women's division has been lacking, especially on TV.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been getting a lot of time for their matches, and I'm with you. I thought Fallon was going to turn in this match. She still looked a bit pissed off, so it's still coming. But when I don't know.
Yeah.
However, I think in this match, like obviously, there's been no real talk about it. The NXT Women's North American title. I I can. I think one of those four are in with a shout of winning that title.
Maybe not Izzy Dame.
Yeah, okay. Three of them are in the shout of winning that title.
Is he like the bodyguard for Kiana?
Yeah.
She's like the Trick Williams to her Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go with that.
The Diesel to her Shawn Michaels.
For in terms, yeah, like I said, in terms of the match itself,
Yeah.
It was good. It was
Yeah.
really good. I can't fault it. Like it's a classic formula, and it works.
Yeah.
It works for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. I just move forward. It's time now for the NXT TV debut of Javon Evans, who is formerly known as, for those who aren't aware, Jay Malachi or Jay Malachi, who's obviously famous. Yeah, who's obviously famous on the indie scene, DPW, PWF, Mega Pro, Catalyst. Like he wrestles all over the place, really. West Coast as well. Like I remember, I saw the match with Alec Price when he dropped the he won and then relinquished the DPW World Title. For insane match, I love it. And I remember WWE saying that they signed him, but announcing it, and I was like, they've not done anything wrong there. Like he's a phenomenal talent, and I think he's like 20. He's like really young as well.
Yeah, 1920. Yeah, it's mental.
But yeah, this is just it's great, and it's really good for him.
Yeah,
He'll be a star. I'm sure he will, unless barring any controversies and shit like that. But um, other than that,
uh,
like he'll be just fine, honestly. But
yeah,
anyway, so Javon Evans is here, and he is here to take on Scripps. Yeah. Formerly known as, of course, Reggie or Reginald, if you follow that scene, with the gymnastics and all that. He's here with OTM, which is Bronco Nima, Lucian Price, and Jada Parker, who still exists. Um, Javon's already over. There's chance and even signs for him. Like, obviously,
yeah,
this is not his first NXT match, but it's his first TV match. So he's had matches on live shows and Level Up and stuff like that.
yeah.
Um, Javon wins with a corner step up backwards corkscrew splash. I don't know what to call it.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Yeah. Here's a little picture of it. I'll signal for the future me to edit that in. I don't know what to call it. Call it what you want. But yeah, he wins with that corkscrew splash. It's a very impressive way to make a debut. I rated 2 3/4 stars. It was a pretty standard debut, I'll say as well. Javon, makes up for the standardness of his offense, the springboards, the flying. He's really good, and like I said already, he's only 20 years of age, or is it 19?
Yeah,
Scripps did get some stuff in as well, so it wasn't a full burial, but it was pretty obvious who was going to win this. It being a debut match. Also,
yeah.
shout out the angle of his cutter. Like the angle he goes at when he hits that is like I'm not even sure a human could do that. Like,
Yeah, it's well, just wow. This is I knew the name of Javon Evans, but like it's my first time actually seeing him wrestle, and you know, I thought Scripps was a good first TV opponent for him.
yeah,
Like it obviously similar styles in a sense, but not completely identical. So it works. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that boy is bouncy. I, I, and also, like the camera angles during this match, thank Kevin Dunn's gone
yeah,
because that when he did the dive to the outside and the cameraman was like on the floor pointing up
yeah.
and he, that
It's
what
just
an
there's so
angle.
many little things that make the production so much better.
Yeah, like just had to give a shout out to them on that because wow.
Yeah,
But no, yeah, John Evans looks really good. As you said, already getting over,
yeah.
and like I forget his name because he was only there for like a cup of coffee, but he won the North American title from Johnny Gargano.
Oh, Leon Ruff.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm getting a similar vibe of a career trajectory for him, but hopefully, there's no releases and he can
yeah,
keep going because wow.
yeah. Wow, indeed. I think as well, like Jay Millard, like Javon Evans would also fit that old style of WWE as well. In
Yeah,
regards to just because I think Leon Ruff was a bit too, what's the word? He wasn't as built.
that's
Like
fair.
he was a very slender sort of slim build, which I
Yeah,
think at the time the previous owner wasn't looking for that kind of talent.
mm,
Whereas John Evans is more built,
yeah,
I'd say, and probably in better shape in like the conventional sense of the word.
yeah, yeah. He's got some height to him as well.
Yeah,
Like someone that tall to be doing like to not even clipping the ropes.
yeah.
Like that's like just yeah,
Mm-hmm.
wow, just
Yeah, so
wow.
yeah, I mean, obviously we're in a new era, so it's very unlikely he'll get released again, barring any controversies. But yeah, like I said, it's just a really great debut for him. The match itself wasn't particularly great, because the debut match is mainly a burial. It's not a full burial because, like I said, he doesn't get offense in, but ultimately, debut match, we'll find out more down the line how good he actually is.
Yeah.
So we move on. We get a strange backstage real life film thing, where Kelly Kincaid is talking to a producer about like she's like rehearsing her lines for promotion, which was really weird to see. Then Ridge Holland walks past her and she goes to like go talk to Ridge, and it wasn't an interview. She was just asking him, "Hey, what happened at the pre-show on Stand and Deliver? What happened?" No microphones, no nothing. She's just there like, "Oh, hey, Ridge, what happened?" It was very weird. Ridge talks to her like it is an interview. He wants to apologise to Joe Gacy for his actions at Stand and Deliver pre-show, and then behind them is a curtain. So who pops their head out through the curtain? It's Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy's like, "Hey, Ridge, I accept, man. Don't worry about it. I get it." He mentions like he unintentionally gloats him, saying to go from being a wrestler in the ring to an analyst not in the ring. I get it, man. It plays with your head. Ridge then mumbles and walks off. He storms off in a bit of a hump. And then he collides with the LWO, Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro, who've seen Ridge on SmackDown. They know what he's like, and they don't believe the apology tour, as they call it. Ridge barges past them, goes through an open door. Cruz del Toro goes to like because he gets like barged into. And he's like, "Hey, man!" Puts his hand where the door is, and then Ridge slams the door, unintentionally crushing Cruz's hand in the door.
Oh my god! What? See, the thing is, I liked the IRL thing backstage. You know, Kelly Kincaid, who's so good at her job, and like in rehearsing the promo for the live events, and then just has to get that scoop from Ridge.
Yep.
And that just give Joe Gacy all the belts. Just give him like just do it, because my goodness.
Yeah.
And then like backstage, I mean, why would you put your hand on a door ledge? Yeah, why would you do that in the first place? Especially when someone like Rich Holland's in a pissed off mood, you know he's going to slam that door.
Yeah. I think this is insurance fraud from Cruz del Toro.
Yeah, like you just don't put your hand when the door closes.
Yeah.
It's logic. Like, also, leave Ridge be. He's got his own thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, like I said, just leave Ridge be. He's got his own thing going on. And that, like, indefinite hiatus from the ring really isn't lasting long.
Yeah. It lasted
2 weeks.
Of, like, 2 days. Or was it 8 weeks and 2 days, sorry.
Yeah. It's like, what? But again, just give Joe Gacy all the belts.
Yeah.
Give him everything.
Yeah, give him the world title, North America title, the tag titles, the women's title, the women's North America title, the Heritage Cup.
Even bring the women's tag titles out at retirement and give them to him. Just do everything.
Oh, God. But yeah, very strange, but also very different, and I did appreciate the way it was. It felt more realistic. Other than the hand in the door thing. Again, insurance fraud, WWE, Cruz del Toro, NXT. Cool stuff. Call that guy. Who's that online wrestling lawyer? Is it Ritter? Is that his name?
You've already got the perfect lawyer already working for WWE.
Oh my god, you do, yeah.
You got Joseph Park.
Oh, we meant Crucifino.
No, you got Joseph Park.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
And when all else fails, you can put him in a locker room for 24 hours.
oh, mate.
That's the reference. Let's go
Yeah.
to the next
Two
match of the
tickets.
night. NXT Women's Championship. Roxanne Perez defends against Natalia, not Bret Hart, as I previously thought. It is, of course, Roxanne who defends and retains with a weak-looking Pop Rocks. So I rated it 3.5 stars. It was a really good match. I thoroughly enjoyed the dynamic of it being of the match. Sorry, and for a remote second, when she had the sharpshooter in Natalia, I thought Roxanne was going to tap.
Yeah.
In that moment, right there and then, Roxanne had the match at the PLE. Natalia's fresh. Like, I just thought for a moment she was going to tap. But then obviously she escapes, and then it becomes clear who's winning. I suspected after that, because I knew who was going to win that, and then we get some interference with Lola Vice as well towards the end of the match, where she comes down and then kicks Natalia in the back of her leg, which then causes Natalia to be distracted and in pain, and then falls into the Pop Rocks, which is again quite weak looking. I will say it did look a bit weird, but I've been kicked before in the back of the leg. That shit stings. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a good feeling whatsoever. So it depends on how hard you kick her, but Lola Vice is a Muay Thai fighter, or like trained in that aspect of things. So I can imagine it wasn't a light kick.
Nah.
So I fully understand Natalia's inability to counter the Pop Rocks because her leg was going to give out. But yeah, the Pop Rocks looked more like a roll through. It was really weird. I can't explain it. Obviously, I'm not a wrestler. I don't know what happened. Saying that though, still really enjoyed it. So I enjoyed myself in the match. So yeah.
Yeah. A very good title match.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't obviously. We had the little interaction on Monday Night Raw, so we knew we were probably going to end up in a title match for Natalia. But I only people on the I only watched it Saturday, and also this one I actually watched it at midnight, so I technically watched it this morning. But I'd seen the spoilers, so I didn't. So I knew Natalia wasn't winning. So it kind of like I couldn't fully get invested in the match, but I did. I watched it for all of it, and yeah, Roxanne looked good, and Natalia got her, got the near fall, if you like, and yeah, that kick, youch.
Yeah, precisely.
Just youch, like. But yeah, a very good TV title match.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Following this, immediately backstage, Lola Vice talks about why she got involved in the match. And simply says, why not? She wants a shot and she's tired of waiting for opportunities, so she's making her own. And of course, it comes Natalia, who attacks her from behind. And then that's the end of that. Sorry, and Lola doesn't make mention to the women's North American title as well. So Lola's also making a case for that title. So up next, we have a backstage thing. Wait, no, we don't. I mean, wrong thing. Sorry, it's not a match now. Sorry. It's the No Quarter Catch crew, Damon Kemp and Miles Bourne with Charlie Dempsey, taking on the family, Channing Lorenzo and Luca Crusifino with Adriana Rizzo. The family win with a tag move that looks pretty much like a shatter machine, which is a flapjack into a code breaker sort of deal. As Luca pins Damon. I rated 2.25 stars. It was okay. I have no real opinions on it. It was fairly standard tag match. And the reason I rated it so low is because it was slower. So I also didn't have much time as the previous one that we saw. It was
No.
fine, just not something I could watch on repeat.
Yeah, like, it was, you know, it's not like it was put together. No, they had a reason for this match, and yeah, like Miles Bourne surprised me.
Yeah.
I didn't know he could go like that, but and you had obviously the outside interference from Charlie Dempsey, fresh off, well, not too fresh off Bloodsport, but fresh enough, with a black eye in tow. But yeah, I thought it was, yeah, a decent match. Like, there's no, I had no dog in the fight either way. I was, I, I don't want this to be a full blown feud. Which thankfully it's not going to be.
Yeah.
But for a TV tag match and potentially, well, what I thought at the time, potentially maybe setting up something in the tag division.
Yeah.
But obviously, whoever the winners of that match, they're definitely not next for tag titles. But well, tag title shot anyway.
We'll get
But
to that.
yeah, yeah, I can't fault it. It had a decent match. Miles Bourne looked good, and Stax and Crucifino work well together as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't give anything you said. Obviously, it's all subjective. Your opinion's gonna be different from my opinion, and yeah, I clearly wasn't as much a fan of it as you were. We move on. Here comes the North American champion, Obafemi. Ooh. He puts over Dijak and Josh Briggs, but it was his destiny to attain and continue to rule his kingdom, to complete and continue his story. Just like Ilya, just like Roxanne, just like the Wolf Dogs, just like everyone who won their titles. You know, they all completed their stories.
Yeah.
They all did it, and nothing's going to change. It won't change for a long time because it is inevitable. However, when two titans fall, one rises from the ashes on his longboat. It's over. He's talking. You hear the boom.
Hey you. Yeah, you. Do you like this video? There is a button. It's a very sexy button. It says subscribe on it. I wish I could click on it, but YouTube won't let me. Damn fuckers.
It's like, oh my god. Ivar is here. Ivar says he saw the title match at Stand and Deliver, and he loved it. And he also felt a deep jealousy because he wasn't in that match, and he wanted to be. He wants a title match, and Oba says that they'll see. Ivar agrees to that nothingness. Oba then headbutts Ivar, and a small ball breaks out, which ultimately Ivar leaves Oba laid out. First time someone's done that in NXT. Leave Obafemi laid out there while they stand victorious, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't know when I don't know when's happening. It's probably gonna be spring breaking, and I cannot wait.
Oh, yeah. Here for it.
Like, I'm not saying it'll be better than the three-person tag, the three triple threat, sorry, but it'll be up there.
Yes, give me every little bit of this.
Yeah.
I'm here for it all. Obviously Ivar hasn't got a lot to do because they only see him as a tag team competitor on the main roster. Why not do this? Like, just it makes sense why he would be wanting this. Oba wants to take on challengers, and he, as the crowd were chanting, meat. Like, let's just do it.
Yeah. Oh, what was it?
Yeah.
They said something, wasn't it? The crowd were chanting. They went like, meat. And then after that, they started chanting something. It was like, I think they said like, slapping meat or something.
Yeah, I think so. I couldn't
like
catch it myself.
And he got a smoke out of my eyeball. But yeah, like this, I don't know where else they could go with Femi. I assumed maybe like Noam Dar or something, but then that's not a big match like in the sense of being big. But yeah, I didn't consider either. And now we've seen either. What if Bronson Reed?
Again, wouldn't be mad at it. I mean,
Saying that, like, what about Omos? Just randomly, but like,
yeah. I mean, if they could really use Oba as if Friday does beat Ivo, which I'm very confident saying that he will.
Yeah.
Then just send the big boys.
Yeah, just send more of them. You got Otis.
Like,
you got Bronson. You got. Actually, who else is there?
yeah. I don't know now. I think we might have done that a little bit.
Trey Bearhill.
Yeah, I think we might have. What's what I'm looking for? Might have misjudged that one a little bit of how many there are to send.
We start rolling with the legends, like One Man Gang, Akeem. It's a person, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, just go for the Hall of Fame. Yeah, just send everyone who's ever been in WWE who's a big boy. Send Lashley.
Yeah. But yeah, this should be a very good match when it happens.
Yes.
So we go on now. Backstage, Metaphor, they're in their lounge, locker room, whatever it's called. They're just talking. Oro's not happy because he got slapped by a door by Femi. It's funny when you think back on it. It's just he's just standing there, getting ready to interview Oba, and Oba just slammed the door on him, and he just sort of gets crumpled in the corner.
Still good.
But yeah, in comes Dijak, who's not pleased about their skit when they imitated Dijak's little interrogation corner. So he delivers them a warning that they won't get another one. So this is their one-time warning, and then he leaves off. Should be things if they get going forward.
Yeah. So I've been waiting. I was waiting for someone to challenge Metaphor for the segments they did. Like, I thought it might have been a family.
Yeah, so like
been in a restaurant, but yeah, it's Dijak, cool. And whatever happens next should at least come out with a decent match.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, does this mean that the restaurant is open to bookings? Because I'm pretty sure when Ilya was there with Tony was like, "This is reserved for the family only," or like those invited.
Yeah, they threatened to throw him off a bridge.
Yeah.
So like, how can Metaphor can get a booking at their table?
It's all in there. It's all the Meta family.
Don Dar.
So onwards we go, and here we go again. It's OTM. Honestly, I heard the music and I was like, "Oh, who's this?" And it was like, "Oh, it's OTM again." Oh. It's Jada Parker against Brinley Reese. Yeah. With Mallet, so Jada's with OTM and Brinley's with Mallet Blade and Edris Anofe. Jada wins with a very sudden and quick hip attack. Cool. I rated 2.25 stars. I don't see much in Jada, if I'm being completely honest. It was a fine match. it was just sort of there. I like Brindley, as I said before. Like, her in-ring is improving, her character's fun. Jayla has an attitude which plays into her character, which is done quite well. But I need to see more from Jada in regards to her, like, just her in-ring work and to an improvement before I can, like, reliably say that she's gonna have a good future. Because right now I'm not seeing it. Also, she probably is a better finisher because that hip attack is just not it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, personally, I quite liked the match. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it, but I liked it.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not the biggest fan of Brindley Reese. It's something I don't know.
Get
like,
off the show. You're not welcome anymore.
Maybe it is because I haven't seen a lot of her since I've been watching NXT on a regular basis again. But I don't know. Like,
how can you not
maybe
fall in
I'm
love with a character who cartwheels out of the scene? Like,
I think that might be the issue I have. like the bouncy character, I'm not a fan of that much.
oh my god, stick her with Javon Evans. Oh my god, bouncy.
I don't know. I guess I'm just not like the big fan of like the happy, jumpy characters. Like, but yeah, all in all, yeah, a good match. Not great, not perfect, good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Short again, but good.
Yeah, makes sense because these two aren't necessarily like established names.
Yeah.
In NXT.
Yeah.
Like Roxanne and Natalia. Yes, they absolutely are. Like.
You put time to that. Like,
it's like, well, Roxanne and Natalia wouldn't be a 2 or 3 minute match, you know? Like.
Imagine if Roxanne squashed Natalia. Imagine.
I mean, it'd be great for her character, but it does nothing for anyone else.
I mean, there was like the uproar of Jade Cargill squashing Chelsea Green. Jeez, if like Natalia or Roxanne squashes the other, like Twitter will go into a meltdown.
Well, the thing is that Chelsea Green was also someone who was always going to be squashed in that position because of how they booked Jade.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if it was like, I don't know, who's big? If it was like Becky, you know, like she would get squashed by Jade Cargill. Like, if it was like Bianca or Naomi, they won't get squashed. You know, it's exactly. Chelsea's character she is.
It works well. It works well for that.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, it's time now for the main event match. Notice I'm saying main event match there. For the NXT tag titles, getting their second shot for some reason. It's Nathan Frazier and Axiom taking on the Wolf Dogs, Baron Corbin and Bron Breakker.
Yes.
So yeah, we have new champions. Nathan Frazier and Axiom win, following a Phoenix Splash from Nathan onto Baron Corbin. I rated 3 3/4 stars. This was so much better than the standard match. It was less sloppy. It was faster, more fluid. I don't know why we didn't get this much of the PLA. I mean, I enjoyed that one too, but this is better. This was almost also a carbon copy of the previous one, but just smoother. It felt better. It flowed better. Either way, we get the correct result here, and we can all move on. As Frazier and Axiom look to shape the NXT television in their image, and honestly, I'm pleased for them. I will admit, a few weeks ago, I didn't see him as a pinnacle of a tag division or the head of tag division as tag champions, and I honestly thought Frazier was going to turn, but he didn't. So they've surprised me and shown that they can hang with the big dogs, or wolf dogs, so to speak.
Yeah, right there.
But yeah, they hang some of the higher guys on the cards. So fair play to them, and here's to a hopefully long-ish reign.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I like the match. I again, you know, for me, I think I slightly liked the standard of the match a bit more, but I think that's more to do with the fact that again, I saw spoilers for this one, so I couldn't get as invested invested in it as I would have liked to.
Yeah.
So maybe it is just because of the spoiler thing, but
there was less excitement, less hype for you.
yeah, but still very very good match. If I hadn't have already seen the result of that match, I would have said they're winning purely because it's a second chance and there was a little bit more miscommunication between Corbin and Breaker.
Yeah.
So it felt like it was heading that way anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I rated it. I'm intrigued to see. Obviously, we'll get into it in a second, but I'm intrigued to see what happens next. But obviously, it looks like we know what's happening next for Fraser and Axiom, and on SmackDown, Corey Graves revealed that Bron Breakker is now exclusive to SmackDown. So that's
no more Wolf Dogs. Sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you said, it became a bit obvious as well because they did mention if they lost, they were gonna break up and go their separate ways.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because some teams do that. But yeah, after saying that, it became sort of, oh, okay, so you are winning then. Like, but yeah, so they win, and that was the end of NXT. Also, we thought, because here come the final testament. Shout out to the camera work, by the way, because it goes from the ramp way, that shows like the Titantron rather, and then Axiom and Fraser are looking at the ramp, and the camera shows behind them a Carmen Razor running down the crowd that's towards the barrier. Like, but they can't see him because they're not looking at that screen. They're looking at the Titantron. Well, how come carrying the Scarlet? So amazing work, and then they're just sneak attacked by Carmen Razor, who take up the tag champs, and they pose the titles, and then they stand tall. All five of them. Yeah, sorry, yeah, all five of the spoiler in there. All five of them. And we know what's going to be the foreseeable future for the tag titles. I have to wonder as well with AOP targeting the tag titles, will Karrion be targeting Ilya's?
I hope not.
No, I hope not as well. But it seems a bit weird to have him there because why couldn't it just be AOP?
Yeah, I don't know why it's crossing Scarlet there either.
Like AOP and Ellering, like that's all you need really.
Yeah, you know they got the welcome back chance, which I thought was cool. Although like I don't know what I'm looking for. My interest and my like wanting to see AOP has slightly gone down a little bit. It's because of I guess it's how that their company started and ended.
Yep.
Like it screwed a lot of people over. It's not a fan of.
The
surprisingly,
World Superstar Series, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I cannot remember the name of that company for the life of me. It screwed a lot of people over because it almost felt like they knew they were going back to WWE.
Yeah.
And they just weren't interested. So I'm not as happy to see AOP.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to win the tag titles.
I hope you're wrong.
I've got this feeling. I just got this bad feeling.
Because if that happens, we're getting AOP against the Good Brothers, which is not a good match.
Oh no! I didn't realise that.
Because you know they're there still.
Okay.
They're in NXT still, the OC. So
Oh, but honestly, I do have this
What have you manifested?
I just have this horrible feeling AOP are going to win those tag titles.
Sincerely, I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But it's just the way they, the way they the way they came in, just joint attack champions, and it's AOP.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back in NXT, it feels like
I know, but like,
something's gonna happen.
The OC came back and they didn't win the contendership.
I don't know. I just hope Shawn Michaels doesn't do it.
You mean Ava?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine. We'll keep it kayfabe. But yeah,
Ava, if you're watching, don't do it.
No, please.
Also, Sean, if you're here too, don't do it. Regal, if you're here, don't do it.
Just no. Like, I don't. No. Just let Fraser and Axiom have a decent run in these tag titles, please. Don't job them up to the friggin' AOP.
They just won them. Like, them just give them like 2 or 3 months at least. Like,
when it comes to tag titles, like in general, like I've only ever been wrong once with tag title predictions.
Oh god.
And the other one didn't count because Good Brothers weren't in the match, so I don't count as a prediction fail.
Well, let's hope you get your second one wrong.
Yeah. Yes. Please.
But that's not the end of NXT. You would think it would end there, because that's a pretty good ending to end on.
Yeah, I really thought that should be the end of it.
But saying that, they do kind of one-up themselves anyway. So, yeah, to end the show, it is the winner of the quote-unquote biggest match in NXT history. I would like to add on to that. The biggest underwhelming match in NXT history. It's Trick Williams. He hyped up the crowd. Recounts stand deliver. You know, I beat Carmelo Hayes. Yada yada yada. But I can only get here because of one man, and that man is Carmelo Hayes. Yada yada yada. He's like, well, you know what? Rhea did her story. Cody did his story. Bayley did her story. It's time for me to do mine. Yada yada yada. It becomes glaringly clear what Trick wants. He wants Ilya. Yeah. He wants the NXT title. He wants to complete his story. He's now the only one left who's not done his story. So he called out Ilya to talk about it. Here comes Ilya. He praises Trick, says he's come a long way. He claims that Trick is exactly what NXT needs, and that he and only he has that Trick Willie charisma. He denies Trick, though, a shot at the title, claiming that it's other competitors' turns at the title, which is absolutely fair. You know, yeah, Trick's lost like twice to Ilya. Like, why should he get another shot? Yeah. Yeah, you beat Carmelo, but it wasn't for anything.
Yeah.
There's other people who I would like to see in that shot. Noam Dar, Dijak, Josh Briggs,
Gacy.
Joe Gacy, Ridge Holland, Sean Smith, Lexus King. But no, so I don't know what happened.
Painful.
I don't know what happened. He claims our competitors turned at the title. The feed I had cut out, and it came back to Ilya saying, "Okay, I'll give you a shot at Spring Breaking." I don't know what happened.
That was it. Like he said no. Trick basically went please. Ilya went no. Trick went please. He said okay. Like that's basically it.
But of course, the stipulation is then put in place that if Trick does lose to Ilya, then Trick has to leave NXT for good. Trick says that if he can't win, he don't deserve to be in NXT anyway. So he agrees. So
Which means he's probably winning.
if Trick loses, he's going to leave NXT for good. And for that confirmed, nothing else can happen. Ilya goes to leave. It's the end of the show. But out of nowhere, Carmelo Hayes attacks Trick Williams. We're running it back. They knew the match wasn't that good at the PLE, so they're redoing it. They up the ante. It's going to be a steel cage next week.
Honestly, I'm fine with it. Give him a redemption, because like that should have been so much better.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm okay with them giving them a second match and putting a steel cage. Yeah, I'm fine with. But I thought, what if Melo wins? Are they going to do a rubber match? Like, is it really going to be a one more spring break-in? And they put it to another level? But if it's supposed to be Trick versus Ilya, then, which if Ilya agreed, then it's probably going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've got a prediction of what they might do, and it's something that I said they should going in Stand Deliver. What if the steel cage ends in a draw, or double landing, or whatever? Say
some time in that one.
Say Trick goes to crawl out of the cage door, and Carmelo climbs over, and they get out at the same time. Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, it's a time. What are we gonna do? And then Ilya's like, I'll fight you both. And then at spring break, and it's Ilya, Trick, and Carmelo, which should win the match in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't know why Tony was there, but he was.
It just happened to be in a match. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it, because after that Stand and Deliver match, as I said, Trick can't carry a singles match very well with Ilya, I don't think.
Yeah.
So it needs to add something extra to it.
It goes to show you can't carry a match with Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, like they need to, because Trick is if Trick is going to win the NXT title, that's Bone Breaking. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, so, I really hope something magical happens, and Trick becomes a really good champion. But currently, I don't feel that way.
Yep.
And I want to, because someone can get over to the point where they have no choice but to put a title on them.
Yeah.
But you also need to be able to have work rate as champion, and character can't carry you through to a really good championship reign unless you're like the Miz.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, it's more. Miz was more intercontinental championship.
Yeah.
Memorable for us as IC champion. But this bad boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm concerned because it's gonna happen, and Melo and Ilya are gonna get to the main roster, leaving Trick to carry that title for however long they decide.
It's a very weird situation because Trick's been their hand-picked guy for I don't know how long. Like, it's been probably 8-9 months now that he's been like in the mirror for like, oh, this guy could be a world champion. And the thing is with Carmelo, it was a great story because of the story that was already built between them. Because he was Carmelo's hype man in Carmelo's shadow, etc. The issue is when he had the chance to show himself and get out of Carmelo's shadow, he chose to stay in there. Um, it's just I don't know. It's so weird when you can't have a good showing with Carmelo Hayes. Like, and I suspect the match with Ilya was good because of Ilya. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want Trick to win this title. I really don't. And as you say, it's probably going to happen.
Yeah, the stipulations, and with Ilya being in the draft and Carmelo clearly having to go to the main roster because there's nowhere else to go in NXT.
Yeah, true.
They've been lining Trick up to be that next guy for a long time, and with everything at play of if Trick loses, he has to leave NXT, but Ilya's in the draft, like. Then they're not going to have Ilya take that title to the main roster, are they?
Absolutely not. Or if they do, it'll be like 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then relinquish it and have a vacant title put on the line in a qualifying matches and stuff.
Yeah.
Just have Trick win again, because that's the only person I can logically see winning that title, and I think it's not the best idea.
Yeah. Ironically, and I hate to say it, I'd prefer Karrion Kross holding it over Trick right now.
Yeah, I kind of got to agree on that, and I really don't like Karrion Kross, but yeah, over Trick again, because it's daft because Trick is over, but like I said, like being over can't make you a good work rate champion.
Being over will only get you so far. Like when it comes to doing the in-ring work, like the fans are going to turn on you like probably quite quickly. The reason they have it now is because he's not been the centerpiece. Yeah. When he wins that title, he'll be the centerpiece. All the eyes will be on him. Yeah,
like that's the face of your company.
Yeah,
or face of your brand.
Like, sure, you can have a good like little TV match, but when it comes to PLEs, the spotlight's completely on you. Like, you can have a decent 10-minute TV match with, I don't know, Noam Dar. I'll keep saying Noam Dar because I feel like Noam Dar, but like it's fine. But when it comes to PLEs, these are like 20 odd like plus-minute matches that they can have. And he can't go for that long.
Exactly, he's the main event of Stand and Deliver, and that felt very quick.
Yeah.
The exact time is over, but that was a quick match.
I think it was like 10 minutes or 14 minutes on that.
Yeah, that match unfortunately exposed Trick a bit.
Yeah.
And
the future
I'm concerned.
Looks kind of bleak right now.
Yeah, and because like I said, he's getting over is step one. You've got to do. There's so many more steps after that.
Yeah.
Like, priority get over, but you have to be able to back that up.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because I don't feel like Trick can be that guy.
Yeah. And right now he's the only option that is sort of, foreseeable.
Yeah, maybe NXT need to come up with their own Money in the Bank briefcase just to immediately put on someone else.
Honestly, I wouldn't be against that. Like, have the men's and women's on the Money in the Bank, but have an NXT one for NXT wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like, have a third and make it like rainbow coloured briefcase or whatever they do. Like, but like, just do that. Like, why not?
Yeah, or have another very quick breakout tournament.
Ugh, yeah.
That's the options, I think. to get someone straight into the picture.
Yeah, I think we are destined, unfortunately, for a Trick Willie title reign.
Yeah.
Hopefully it don't last that long. But saying that, it could be a Roman Reigns reign for all we know.
Oh, no,
3.5 long years.
Oh, that almost hurt me.
The year is 2028. Trick Williams is still a champion.
Oh. Oh.
People are still going, whoop that trick.
What?
Whoop that trick.
What are the...
I feel like I've bamboozled you with that.
It hurts my brain to think of it going that long. Anywho.
Yeah. Anywho.
Shake that off. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Like Taylor Swift. But yeah, that brings an end to NXT. That was the end of NXT, and it will soon be the end of NXT, which will be the champion. But I digress, like my friend has. We are done here. This has been the end of the show. This is the end of the show. End of this review. As always, please give Craig a follow on his social media, which is just underneath his camera there. His Twitter, Mr. Impact Craig. I'm also the same on my own Twitter, Dequeezy. If you feel so inclined, please give me a follow. And of course, for the show itself, we have our Instagram over there. There we go. Our Instagram's there. Our Facebook, our friends, I did it again. Our X, and our Twitch. And of course, for the video itself, please like the video, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Comment. Do you agree? Do you think Trick Williams is the death of NXT? Do you think Carmelo and Ilya are destined to leave? Is Tony D'Angelo gone forever on holiday? What about Stacks? What about Adriana Rizzo? What about the Riz that deals with the biz? What about OTM? Will they ever get in the mud? Like, we don't know. However,
Rizzo for NXT Women's Champion.
What we do know is that we will see you next week for the next NXT review. I've been Dan, this has been Craig, and this is us bidding you adieu.